A nuclear launch should trigger some interesting genetic mutations.
Hi, this is Gizmo First, and it's been over a month since Nuclear Winter was put out to pasture in favour of Fallout Worlds. And while the reception of Worlds has been mixed, some stating that it's reinvigorated the game and others saying it's a cheap reskin of an existing game, I thought as a die-hard Nuclear Winter fan, I'd venture my 2 pennies worth as to why people are still talking about this dead mode, for better or for worse. Why was Nuclear Winter so important for this game? Well, Fallout 76 is one of my favourite games of all time, and I've spent more hours in Appalachia than in any other game that I've ever played.
You need to find yourself a girl, mate.
And part of the reason for that has been the great group of players I've hooked up with and played with during the last 2.5 years.
I don't have friends. I got family.
When recently perusing my friends list, however, I realised that the vast majority of my friends I met during Nuclear Winter. It was a mode that begged for communication and cooperation rather than merely throwing emotes around. It built whole communities dedicated to getting that win, but more importantly, it offered a very fun way to get together during a time of a global pandemic, when this was the closest that you could come to getting together with a few mates at the pub and having a laugh. And a laugh it was, between dying in sometimes ridiculous ways and raging at the various ways people could cheat. It was nevertheless a mode that people kept coming back to, especially when the scoreboard dried up and or became dull. I know that many cite the various cheaters as being the reason this mode failed, but I'd venture that the cheaters were made possible in this mode purely because of the cheats that were available and exploited in Adventure. People have also said that the mode was dead. The player base accounted for a mere 10% of the community as a whole, and while this is technically true, the mode hadn't been updated since Wastelanders over a year previously, and every update introduced in Adventure mode during that time affected Nuclear Winter in some way or other, producing glitches and bugs because those updates weren't tested to deal with the effects that it would have on the Battle Royale. So the fact that after a year of neglect we still had 10% of the player base, that is a hell of a number. One can only imagine what could have been had this mode received the development it deserved. One indicator though was when the announcement for shutting it down dropped, perk coins were offered as a reward for playing, and this saw a huge influx of players and the lobbies were full again. It's almost like offering people a tangible reason to play this mode helped boost its numbers.
No way!
Go figure. PvP in Adventure is famously broken, and Bethesda are slowly pushing PvPers out of the game, but more people enjoyed PvP in Fallout than would like to admit it. Survival mode was an opportunity for people to go nuts, and I will be interested whether or not the numbers for players entering the high-risk public server this month will be published so we can see the player base's interest in it. But Nuclear Winter also offered a level playing field. It didn't matter what level you were in Adventure, everyone spawned in equally. No legendary effects. The same weapons were available to everyone, and this made for some great fun. The team element and perk system made for an interesting dynamic that I haven't seen work as well in other BR games. Being able to have people running different builds in the same team was another way to encourage teamwork and tactical planning. Knowledge of the perk system in Adventure made Nuclear Winter more fun, and there were concrete reasons to actually level up. The next perk card may be giving you a slight edge with your favourite weapon or trying to drop the ever-elusive frog legs perk. In short, this mode was more popular than Bethesda would like anyone to believe. Nothing else quite compares to it, and while I spilled the beans recently about a community project to bring it back, realistically it'll be a while till we see this, so for now all we have are memories and the friendships forged. Thanks to all those who killed me and were killed by me in this great mode. Thanks also to the friends I made on both sides of those conflicts. Here's hoping we'll have the chance to nuke each other again as soon as possible.
Even nuclear war has not convinced candidates to refrain in the use of warheads.
This is Gizmo First. As always, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you later.